If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. Also, please be sure to press the notification button. That way, when a new video comes out, you'll be notified. Since its debut in 1954, Godzilla has always been something that has been ingrained into pop culture. His image has been tributed and parodied. When people speak his name, we see the association with the giant monster. He even has started a genre that still goes strong to this day. And even though more people have heard of the name Godzilla than actually seen his movies, the Godzilla franchise has been known to have a small yet dedicated fan base. Godzilla has branched out to other media as well, such as cartoons, comics, and even video games. However, most of these tended to suck, especially in the world of video games. Godzilla games have this reputation of being rushed, sloppy, and being frustrating with poor gameplay and graphics. However, there are a few exceptions to this, one of these being Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee, and of course, Godzilla Save the Earth. Godzilla Save the Earth is a fighting game from 2004 for the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Godzilla. As a teenager in 2009-2010 who was getting into my kaiju phase, finding this game was damn near impossible. After finally finding a copy at one of the GameStops I visited, I was happy with what I got. But does this game still hold up after all these years? Is it any good? Well, let's stomp all over the city and find out. So, what's the game about? Well, the game has different modes, the one being the main story called Action. Aliens have invaded Earth and taken control of the monsters. You play as one of the monsters who breaks free of the aliens' control and fight the other monsters until you face off against the aliens' greatest monster, Space Godzilla!
What? Space Godzilla? Yes, Space Godzilla's a thing. Moving on.
Only with Godzilla 2000 on hard mode. The rest you gotta face Orga, though there are a few exceptions such as Mega Godzilla and Mecha King Ghidorah being the final boss. At the end, Space Godzilla is defeated and the aliens decide to get out. So, how's the game? Well, for a Godzilla fan, this is actually very satisfying. This is actually a sequel to the game Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee for Nintendo GameCube and original Xbox, which I remember playing when I was 6, but it's been years since I last played it. But after viewing gameplay videos, it's more or less the same with a few tweaks here and there, such as gameplay and graphics. Then again, that's not saying much since the graphics don't look that great, in fact, downright terrible by today's standards, but let's be honest, most of these games from this era have not aged well. In Destroy All Monsters Melee, you have a roster of 12 monsters, while in Save the Earth, the roster has been expanded to 18, with fan favorites appearing in the game. The roster includes Godzilla 2000, Godzilla 90s, Anguirus, Gigan, Megalon, Rodan, King Ghidorah, Mecha King Ghidorah, Mothra, both larva and adult, Orga, Mechagodzilla 2, Mechagodzilla 3 or Kiryu for all you weebs out there, Destroya, Jet Jaguar, Megaguirus, Baragon, Mogira, and Space Godzilla, with cameos from other monsters such as Ebera and Batra. The gameplay is basically two monsters fighting each other, mostly in a city where you can do ultimate destruction! Here you have the chance to hide for cover when a monster has an energy attack or being able to throw buildings at your opponent. Each of the monsters have their own unique style of fighting with their own strengths and weaknesses. Some monsters are able to fly such as Rodan and King Ghidorah and are able to charge up their energy faster, while some rely on digging such as Baragon and Megalon who can get the jump on their opponent. While some monsters are slow such as Destroyer and Oga, though they mainly make it up in power and can do a lot of damage, while some rely on speed such as Mothra and Megaguirus. Aliens in the background can give you supplies. This can include energy to help with your attacks or health. Others is the Atari logo in purple, which gets you assistance from Batra, and the jet from Godzilla vs. Destroyer, which will shoot missiles and freeze your opponents for a short period of time. Then there's this shiny colorful thing called Rage, which allows the monsters to perform a special move. Along with the story mode, which is known as Action, there's other different features as well. Challenge mode is several different mini games such as destroying cities, taking down UFOs, and playing basketball. Wait, what? Kaiju basketball? That's a thing? Huh, I guess it's a reference when Godzilla faced off against Charles Barkley in a game of basketball. Okay, if Space Jam can get a reboot with LeBron James, we need one where Godzilla faces off against Stephen Curry. Some of these mini games such as destroying San Francisco is a lot of fun. Most of them on the other hand, we'll get to that in a moment. Versus mode is just a simple one-on-one fighting, nothing special there. Survival mode is basically you taking on as many monsters as you can. Another is melee mode, which can be a lot of fun. You can choose up to 4 monsters you can fight 2-on-2 or a free-for-all, or you can just destroy the city together. Which is a shame that this is not for the Nintendo GameCube, because the GameCube's 4-player slot would have been perfect kinda like a Kaiju Smash Bros. Speaking of which, there is a multiplayer, but I can't say much since, well, most you can do is play with a second friend since it's for the PS2 and Xbox, and even then, the Xbox Live servers are down for the original Xbox. Through the action mode, you can gain points to unlock other monsters, cities, even concept art from the game and Godzilla Final Wars. In fact, there is concept art of scrap monsters such as Titanosaurus, Biollante, and King Caesar, who were originally going to be in the game, but they were scrapped due to time or space in the game. Though they did appear in a sequel game, Godzilla Unleashed for the Nintendo Wii, which I will review on another day. That being said, the game has a lot of problems. For starters, the game is littered with bugs and glitches that can be rather annoying. Another thing is the camera, which can range from alright to god freaking awful. This can especially be seen in the mini games, and holy shit, dude. Mini games such as the destruction of San Francisco, bowling for kaiju, or even kaiju basketball are pretty fun, but the rest can go die. Seriously, I wouldn't mind so much, but the camera here is so atrocious that it makes most of the mini games seem like a chore, and trust me, in the story mode there will be 3 mini games for each of the monsters, so you better learn to work with the camera and hope and pray that you get the level that you're good with. Overall, Godzilla Save the Earth is not a perfect game. In fact, it kinda goes towards mediocrity at times, but it's still a fun game, and if you're a Godzilla fan, you will find it very enjoyable. Overall, if you're a fan and want a decent Godzilla game, I say go check it out.